there can only be one. And I can see a lot of the fans that are here are watching with bated breath. Because now the excitement, one thing that a lot of fans love about the MTN8 is the fact that they always raise the bar when it comes to the weekly prize-giving campaigns that they run. But also there is that amazing initiative, the last fan standing, where a fan has to prove to every other fan that they are the ultimate super fan, the last fan standing for MTN8.
So, and you're right, there can only be one, Wafa Wafa. So much as on the pitch, there can only be one team that walks away with a 10 million prize. Off the pitch, there can only be one fan that walks away with the 1 million rand. And I think what this comes together for us as MTN is that it brings together the notion that there can only be one. MTN is the only SIM you need. And with this only SIM that you need, you can actually be the last fan standing and walk away with this 1 million rand. So how else can we emphasize the epitome of saying there can only be one? Only one SIM you need, only 1 million that goes to one fan, only one team that gets the coveted prize.
I am just in awe listening to you speak, Kulu. And Nonhlanhla, before we come to you, Lerato and I, perhaps, Kulu, you can just tell us, because MTN is always set apart when it comes to the MTN8 tournament with regards to the impact beyond the field of play. Speak to us about the MTN Legacy program and why it's so important to the brand and the work that is done there.
Oh, and you're right. So our work is not only on the pitch. Every goal that is scored, MTN puts forward 20,000 rands to charity. So the more goals you score, the more MTN gets to make an impact in communities. So South Africa, if you don't get a lot of donations, these are the 8 teams that deprived you of the great prizes that you could be getting. So that's one of the things we do. For every goal scored, we donate 20,000 rands to charity. And further to that, we also have what we call the last legend standing, where one of our ambassadors also gets to go donate in communities that they are selected. So any community that one of the legends chooses, they can then choose that at the end of the tournament, they will donate whatever comes from MTN through soccer kits, improvement, soccer skills, coaching skills. But it's actually saying we are not only about the on-the-pitch activity, we're also about creating a lasting impact in communities so that the sport, so that football can win at the end of the day.
Nonhlanhla, this season we are celebrating 30 years of the PSL, the brand that has continued to grow in leaps and bounds. And it speaks to just South Africans loving football. We're celebrating the 19th edition of the MTN8. What's going to make this one all the more special?
Well, this year feels extra special because we're celebrating 2 milestones. The PSL is celebrating 30 years of professional football, and we've got MTN that's entering its 19th edition. And I mean, they're actually one of our longest serving partners. And it's a chance for us, both ourselves with MTN, to celebrate this journey together, reflect on how far we've come, as well as look forward to the future. I mean, this past weekend, we had an exciting opening weekend of the Premiership. So the excitement is building. Now with MTN8, that excitement is going to go a level higher, where fans can expect incredible football, fierce competition, lots of prizes, as Kulo has mentioned, some of the innovations that they're coming up with, as well as, those unforgettable Wafa Wafa moments with the goals. And lastly, I just want to encourage all our supporters from the different clubs to actually go and purchase tickets. Our tickets for the quarterfinals are available via our open ticket as well as CompuTicket outlets. So we would like to see all of them this coming weekend to come and support their team. We're really excited about this weekend.
Local football is back. It's
Yes,
going to be
it's
packed stadiums across the country. Yes.
Absolutely, sold out stadiums. That's what we're looking forward to. Now, Kulu, as we start to wrap with you, of course, looking forward and launching the MTN8 season, what is your parting message for the South African football lovers and MTN customers? Because I know for the football lovers, a lot asking the question, asking asking the question, are the Buccaneers going to defend it again? Are we going to have a new champion? What's your parting message for the fans and your customers of MTN?
Oh, great. So the first part is, whilst the action is on the pitch, we're doing it for all South Africans. So to the fans out there, whether your team made it to the top 8 or didn't make it to the top 8, support the sport. And whilst we're supporting the sport, there can only be one winner on the pitch. Get your MTN SIM. MTN is the only SIM that you need to unlock your chance at great prizes that have been put forward to support the MTN8 season. So this is your opportunity. Bring those 3 charges through that MTN SIM, because through that one SIM, you can unlock a great lot of value with MTN.
Well, we heard it. The message is quite simple then. There can only be one. It is 8 teams that are all vying for the title, but only one will be able to lift the trophy. On the other side of this, we're going to be talking to the captains and also some of the legends. That's the fixtures in the MTN8. It is the champions, Orlando Pirates, that will be hosting Durban City. And of course, it is Mamelodi Sundowns up against the Polokwane City. The rivalry continues between all of these teams, but of course, they'll have one thing on their mind, and that is to take it a step further, to make sure that they progress in this competition. And of course, I am joined by the captains. It is the men that will be donning the captain's armband come Saturday. We start with the defending champion, Kosinathi Sibisi. We come to Spamandla Nganana, and then Opri Mudiba and Uleng Marema. I'll start on this side because there's this nice rivalry that has recently started between Orlando Pirates and Durban City. Captain Fantastic, Pati Bodlela. How's the team feeling? Because now they've become synonymous with winning the MTN8. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sis Lerato. Good evening to everyone that is present, and good evening to the viewers at home. Look, I think it's a competition that now we are so used to being at and so used to winning. I think we just want to keep that feeling. I think the boys have prepared as well as possible for the game on Saturday. And, you know, it's always nice to be the curtain raiser and try and set the tone. So for us, we're just looking forward to playing Durban City. We know it's going to be a difficult game, but we're sure if we bring our A game, we'll be able to get the result.
Orlando, Msodra, you've been there. It can be quite a very hostile environment, but we've seen that the team is able to hold their nerve. How is the team feeling about this particular fixture? Because you are facing the defending champions, Captain.
Ngiyabonga wonke umuntu okhona.
Ayinathi uyabasabi ungabasabi? Ube relax. Relax.
Ngipholile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engakusho ukuthi we are more than ready. We are well prepared. We've been training very well and very hard. And we are looking forward to the match.
Talk to him. You're going to see him pitch 5.
Yeah, that's all I can say. We are ready. The team is ready. Everyone is ready. We're looking forward to the match. I hope so. So we want to soften.
This is a perfect opportunity, Aubrey, for the team to see what Mamelodi Sundowns is bringing to this season for the Masandawana faithfuls. This is their first look at this team that will be competing for the 2026-2027 campaign. What can they expect on match day?
Good evening, everyone. I think they can expect, the Mamelodi Sundowns, they know every season because Mamelodi Sundowns plays tournaments to win. But, to be honest, we haven't been doing well, especially local tournaments. Been losing in finals, semi-finals. But this season, always want to do better than last season. So hopefully this season we can be able to compete in the final and give ourselves a chance to be able to lift the trophy. But they must expect Sundowns because they know we always try to win tournaments, and obviously a tough one against Polokwane City. I think we played them two seasons ago. Yeah, I think people still remember that game. They took us to the extra time, and unfortunately for them, they scored an own goal. But yeah, I think we're ready for the task.
Yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns isn't just coming into this game as Mamelodi Sundowns. They're coming back as African champions. 2 stars.
Yeah.
Already, that tells you something about the intention. But like, there's something about this game, and Aubrey alludes to it with regards to it's never just an easy game. It is never just cut out and dry. You have to really look at the intricate details when it comes to this game. Is this the type of game that, as players, as the team, when you look at, you're thinking, this is the game we want to play. This is the game where we're going to give our all.
Now it's more like Manchester City and Real Madrid. Every season we play Sundowns. So I think they even won this trophy for, I think, 4 or 5 years. And I think now they want it. But also we want to progress. We know it's not going to be easy, but I think from my side and the boys, we are ready, and we can't wait to play against them on Saturday.
Yeah. Wafa wafa.
Yeah.
There can only be one. I need to come back to Captain Fantastic, Kosinathi Sibisi, because when we look at the last meeting between 2 of these teams, Durban City, Orlando Pirates, it was quite a tricky encounter, cagey, a lot of emotion, and again, a lot is at stake this time around because only one team can progress to the next round of the MTN8. How is the team going to make sure that, of course, yes, they come in as the defending champions, but you understand the level that the opponent and where they currently are at?
Yeah, look, I think whenever we play Durban City these days, it's a game of consequence. And I think we saw what they were able to do during the Betway Premiership last season. You know, they came to Escondini where we were cruising, but, you know, they managed to spoil the party for us. And we know the kind of team they are. You know, we are well prepared. And as I've said, you know, the boys have been putting in a shift during the week. And I think we are ready for the encounter. But as you've said, you know, it's been a game of emotions as well. But we'll try and keep those emotions in check during the weekend. And yeah, let's just see how the game goes.
Ngalana, the team is making their debut in the MTN8. This is what the team fought for last season, to make sure that they finish within those top 8 spots. And now that you're here, now that you understand the level, but also what is on the table, just tell us about, from a Durban City perspective, in terms of how you are honoring this big occasion.
What I can say is, as Tina, the new players, the players who came in our team to add value, I think they are ready also to face Orlando Pirates. And for us as Sobesqala, Ogdala, MTN8, I think Kona we want it's a motivation.
So, it's a motivation?
Yes,
okay.
Because we had to fight to be in the top 8.
Yeah. And we don't know each other.
It's gonna be a very tough match. Yeah. But we are like I said, we are more than ready, well prepared to win on Saturday.
It's good, Dean.
Yeah.
Aubrey, when Polokwane City come to face Mamelodi Sundowns, one thing is clear: they're willing to suffer. They are willing to play up until that final whistle. What's that? You know, they come in with that mentality that we are willing to give it our all.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is just the difference between 2 teams. Yeah. The one team that says we are not leaving here empty-handed. And sometimes maybe another team that might come in and just take things slightly for granted.
Yeah. Okay, just to clarify, she's still the captain.
Yes. No, I'm captain.
But no, you're right. Because league games and cup competitions are very different ball games. Because in a tournament, you know, you can, you know, suffer until the penalties, and penalties, you know, anything can happen. So I think for us is try to, you know, treat, you know, cup competitions differently from league games, because League games are better. So I think if we can be able to do that, we can go far in these competitions. But like you said, yeah, they always come fight man to man. You know, they make sure that they leave their skin and everything on the field, and which is exciting to watch. And I think people sometimes they come to stadiums for that because. It's not like one-sided. Both teams are fighting to win. So yeah, it's good for our football, for South African football. So yeah, like I said, we're looking forward to the game.
Now I need to be spicy because you had to speak about Umshishi. You are the longest-serving player, Polokwane City. Even if you don't start the game, they come in to hand you the captain's armband because you are a leader in your own right. How are you going to lead your team up against a team where, on paper, they should be able to win? But again, mano via mano, it's a totally different story.
Yeah, look, man, it's always difficult to play Sundowns when they've got a very good team. They'll make you suffer. So obviously we know what's going to happen on weekend. So, but we are ready. As you said, mano will try.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but we'll try.
11v11. There can only be one.
Semi-final, no.
On that note, he has already given the Polokwane City fans at home a promise, saying that off we go into the semi-finals. Of course, I'm going to hand over to V because I do understand that she is also sitting with captains.
And of course, as we get into Sunday, more MTN8 Wafa. There can only be one action to look forward to. Also, Olma Beshankone will take on Babina Noku, while AmaKhosi will be up against Abafana Bestende. And of course, joining me now to unpack the conversation is Rian Hanamub, Daniel Cardoso, Brandon Peterson, as well as Nduduzo Moli. And perhaps, Rian, I'm going to start with you. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, how are you?
Very well, thank you. We look at you, AmaZulu, coming up against Sekhukhune United, two teams that in the last edition were knocked out by the same team, being in Stellenbosch FC. Talk to me about how you're looking to approach that first game in the quarterfinals of this edition.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Sekhukhune is a very tough team with quality players, and I think they've done well in the past years, so I think they deserve that respect. We're gonna give them that respect, but at the same time we're playing in KZN. We have to show dominance. We have to make sure that we make our supporters happy, and I think that's what we're ready to do.
So you're going to be relying on that home ground advantage, basically.
Most definitely.
Daniel? As we get into the quarterfinals of MTN8, you listen to what Rian is saying at the moment. And for me, I've always said I think games are won and lost, particularly in the midfield. And we've seen the style of play of both teams very similar, relying heavily on that structured midfield play. Talk to me about what you think those battles may be looking like come Sunday.
Good evening to you first.
Good evening.
Good evening to all the viewers out there and to all the backroom staff. Yeah, look, I think AmaZulu have done well in the past seasons. Like you said, respect both ways. I think it's going to be a tough encounter. We're going to Durban, but full of youngsters, full of energy. We've signed a lot of youngsters. We've got a lot of energy, and we've revamped our team. So we had a taste of it on the weekend against Durban City, and we're hoping to carry that momentum coming into the game on the weekend. I think it's going to be a tough game. It's never easy in Durban. Like I said, Arthur's a great coach. He's been there for quite some time, so they're used to him. We're getting used to a new philosophy and all of that. But I'm excited for the encounter and coming on the weekend.
We're also very excited for the encounter. Of course, we're going to move in between both conversations. Let me come through to Brandon, Captain Fantastic AmaKhosi. Welcome to the MTN8.
Good evening to everyone. Thank you for having me.
It's been a while, but I mean, I think this is something that AmaKhosi faithful have been waiting for a while now. You make it into the MTN8, you're opening up against Abafana Bestende, you're opening up again with a new coach as well, and Coach Fernando de Cruz leading the AmaKhosi. Talk to me about just the leadership of Coach Fernando, how you guys want to step out into this campaign of the MTN8.
I think, yeah, for us, it's obviously good to be back. You know, it's not nice to not be in the MTN8 and not playing on the weekend watching others. So it's good to be back. I think that alone is motivation for us, you know, because now it felt to not be part of it. So I think now under Coach Fernando, he likes to have the ball, likes to dominate, you know. And for us, we know it's going to be a difficult encounter playing AmaZulu, Golden Arrows.
Oh, you want to play AmaZulu?
Playing Golden Arrows, and because it's a team that structurally they're very intact. You know, we know what we're coming up against, but we're playing at home, you know, and we're going to have our army behind us. So we're looking forward to it, and we're excited for this encounter.
We speak about a Kaizer Chiefs under a new coach. Nezinto ishintshile ngapha ngaku-Golden Arrows, umqeqeshi omusha at the helm. Talk to me about coming into this game against the mighty AmaKhosi. We know Abafana Besithende to be a team that likes to cause upsets every now and again. Coming into Sunday?
Uyazi uBrandon khona elilodwa lakhe nje. Yeah, ngiyacabanga ukudlala ne-Chiefs ubade bewinile. Isona sikhathi esi-right because if uzodlala ne-team ephuma kuyi-lose kube nzimana kancane. So but nathi into esifisayo ukuthi sifocus kakhulu kuthina not kubona, because if sifocus kakhulu kubona then sokwenza ama-mistakes amaningi. But energy wise ngiyacabanga ukuthi someshana.
And I think abantu abahlezi emakhaya right now, they're just like, Duduzo Moli, who's Duduzo Moli? But the face looks familiar. So speak to us. You have a new coach, new surname. What other new things are you looking forward to having this season?
Konke kushintshile. Yeah, mina ngishintshile isibongo bengisebenzisa sikababa, so sengibisela besikamama nje. So kule season ngiyafisa ukuthola ama-minutes amaningi. Last season ngidlala kakhulu ama-games. So kule season nje ngifuna ukubuyela ensimini ngiqhubela de ngigcine khona. Yabo, sizoba ngisho ukuthi nje bayazi nabo i-Chiefs ukuthi bengikhona amathuba amaningi ukuthi ngibenze njalo. So but ke yonke into ke ngiyenza ke as a team ukuze nathi sikwazi ukudlela phambili sifuna le mali le.
Brandon, he's saying he's got one goal that he's putting aside just for you for Sunday.
We'll see.
Zenzele, your Zulu name, Rian. Zenzele, do it for yourself. What are you looking to do this season as AmaZulu? We know the expectations are always high from the chairman, from the structures that be stepping into this new season. UZenzele ufuna ukuyenzani?
Obviously, we had a great season, the last season, but we want to be ambitious. We want to finish better than where we finished last season. So it means that we have to double our hard work, our effort and our commitment. And I think the coaches are doing their job to help us to improve from things that let us down last season and to just work on things that helped us, you know. So I think it's going to be a great season.
What's the feeling right now in the AmaZulu camp looking forward to Sunday?
Yeah, obviously, we come from a win against Stellenbosch that took us out from MTN8 last season.
So at least you've dealt with that.
So
grudge.
at least we've dealt with that, and confidence also is up there, full of youngsters with a lot of energy, but we need to help them channel that energy into the right places. So I think we'll be victorious come Sunday.
Sutheloma Veshankone, looking forward to having the youngster channel their energy into finding the back of the net against this Sekhukhune. Daniel, I want to come to you because as soon as we hit that in-between season break and focusing on the World Cup, every single time a lot of us opened our phones, we're seeing thank you from Sekhukhune, thank you from Sekhukhune, and the new signings as well. For you, being part of the Sekhukhune team and such an important part of the team, in fact, talk to me about that.
Yeah, look, new faces are going to come and go all the time. It's not a permanent place that you have. Some of us are still fortunate to have a job and doing what we love. So we have a whole lot of new players that have come on board. And they're working hard. As you can see, we won our first game of the league. So, yeah, we've got to put it in on the field and see how it goes throughout the season.
And from you as a senior player with all the youngsters coming in, how would you say that camaraderie and just gelling is going at the moment?
No, it's going well. It's going very well. I'm trying to guide the youngsters in the right direction and, you know, showing them how it's done and where it's done. You know, a lot of the players hit onto the wrong path, but that's football, and they'll eventually bump their heads, and once they do, then they start coming right. But yeah, I think overall all our youngsters we have a great bunch of youngsters, and also our coaching staff. I mean, we've got Papu Zotwane, who's just joined us. Brilliant coach. We've got Paulos Masse, also brilliant coach. And we're hoping to go into Sunday's game and go into the next round.
All right, well, good luck to you. I like how you say, you know, I'm directing the youngsters. Now you feel like an old man. Brendan, let me come to you this side. We've heard the coach speaking about just some of those reinforcements he's still looking to make throughout the course of the season from a Kaizer Chiefs point of view. Are there any concerns for you in terms of what has been highlighted and where the team needs to improve coming into this clash against Golden Arrows, with you apparently having one reserved goal from Unduduzo?
I think not at all. I think the guys that we have has all put up their hands. You know, the new guys that came in, they've gelled very well. You know, and I think for us it's just to stick together, you know, and just show everyone that we are capable of dishing out the results that we want, you know. And for us, it's important to stand together, to fight together, and, you know, hopefully come Sunday we'll be victorious.
All right. Well, we know these matchups are very exciting when it comes to MTN8 Wafa Wafa. There can only be one. And as you can see, the gentleman sitting next to me right now, these are the fixtures that will be going up against each other on Sunday. It is Usultu Olmapeshangone that take on Babina Noku, while Amakosi Amahle will take on Abafane Tende. Gentlemen, good luck, new surname. Good luck, Captain Fantastic. Good luck, Baba Mdala. Zenzele, Sinfuseli Nhlanhla. Looking forward to it. Of course, you can catch those encounters. They will be live on both the Super Sport as well as on the SABC. Let's take you through to an ad break. When we come, more action and conversations to look forward to as we build up to MTN8 Wafa Wafa. There can only be one.
Welcome back. Yes, it is live, a broadcast of the MTN8 launch. And of course, it is all about the excitement because there can only be one. I'm joined by the MTN8 ambassador, Rodney Ramaji Ramakalela. Rodney, before we even talk about the amazing offerings for the MTN8, how are some of these players feeling? You've been here before, where it's a couple of days before the tournament starts and already you know who you're going to be facing, the emotion, the nerves, the anxiety, because at the end of it all, there must be that last team standing.
Madekwan Africa Chipembe. When I look at some of them, some are scared.
Who's scared?
Some are ready, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But above all, I see excitement. I think this is one of the exciting tournament in the country, and I'm happy to see these guys in a good mood. It shows that we'll have a good MTN8 tournament this year.
Certainly. You've experienced the excitement, the passion, the intensity from playing to now, of course, being behind the scenes as one of the legends and ambassadors of the MTN8. Tell us more about that, the feeling as well.
I'm so blessed that I managed to play the MTN8. Unfortunately, I didn't win it because, you know, the small teams that I was playing for were always fighting for to get to top 8. So, but I think I'm one of the lucky legends that it's part of this MTN8. And for me to be given this chance to be able to give back to my community, it's something that I will always appreciate.
Let's talk about that giving back, because for a lot of the former football players, as soon as they hang up their boots, that's the end. But what you are doing with MTN is quite special, giving back to the community, but also giving back to a cause that is very close to your heart.
Look, I think we have earned our right to be here as legend through the career that we had in football. I think for me, it's so special to be able to give back to Mamvuka and Manyi through MTN. They really needed my help, and I really thank MTN for giving me this opportunity, not only to give back to my community, but to give back to football itself, especially to engage with the fans like I was doing when I was playing on the pitch. I think it's something that I will always be grateful.
Just last year, I was sitting next to Linda Mtambo. as the captain of Sekhukhune. Couple of months later, he has hung up his boots and now he joins us as well as a legend. And we talk about the legacy of the MTN8. Tell us more about that with regards to your involvement as the legends and some of the amazing work that you do with regards to working with communities.
MTN is giving these young kids the opportunity to dream big, because as a footballer you need to have that dream that I want to play for Pirates, I want to be like Brendan Peterson, and that's where MTN comes in. And we are doing the legacy program where we give them the soccer kit so that we can increase that love for football. And us as legends, we go there and do the coaching clinics that gives them that hope also to say, you know what, if these guys can come to our village and be able to assist and do the things that we never thought it can happen to us, that's something that we always wanted to see. And MTN is an amazing tournament.
Truly, it's an exceptional tournament, and part of the MTN8 legacy program is the goals for charity as well. Please tell us more about that. I mean, you are a goal poacher in your heydays.
That's my favorite. Unfortunately, for our leader, we'll finish your money this year. The teams will score goals.
Yeah.
And that's something that we want to see. You know, each goal that has been scored under the regulation time, which is 90 minutes, is 20,000. So I'm putting it to the guys. Guys, we need goals. And it's time that you give us
Not
goals.
from Brendan Peterson, though.
No.
Not from him. I'm joking.
Yeah, so with that money, it's going to the charity that is run by the regional offices to be able to assist where it's needed in the regional, and it's something that we love to see with the goals that we're gonna get starting from this weekend.
Tell me a bit more about the rivalry that exists between the legends, the MTN8 ambassadors, because it's all about becoming that legend where the team that you've backed, of course, makes it all the way through to the final.
I saw two guys, they're hiding there.
Yeah. Give us names, Rodney.
You know, for us, it's a very funny competition, but with a good cause, because it gives us the opportunity to give back to our communities. Last year, I managed to give my community the mattress. You know, there is so many things that has to be done in my village, and I managed to give them the mattress and the sound system so that they can improve their center. But for us as legend, we get drawn 2 teams because we are 4. Fortunately for me, Botlel, Aubrey, they're my team, Sundowns and Pirates. Yes.
Yeah.
And they might go to the final. So that's how we get to give back to the community through that money, which for me, I believe this year I'm walking away with the 100,000 that I'm going to donate in Venda.
It's all up to Bodlela. All up to Opri Mudiba. I can't see Opri, but I know that he's here somewhere. The pressure is on, James, because Ramaji says, Lalela, I have something that I need to do.
Yes.
I need to take back home. There's another amazing initiative, and that is the Dream Bag Initiative, where, of course, it is about inspiring the younger generation, the youngsters that are still coming through in football. Tell us more about that.
Yes, when we talk about the Dream Bags, we go to the schools, we give them the soccer kit, the netball kit, so that we can inspire them to be great players, the future great players, because that's where it starts. And it's always amazing how you see the way they welcome us. And that's something that I believe it's making a difference in the communities through the school with the Dream Bags. And that's where football starts. And it's a very amazing job that MTN is doing with the Dream Bags.
Word of advice then to the players that are here, because with the MTN8, it is such a short format tournament that you blink once and it might be over, for them to really enjoy the moment and maybe for some get an opportunity to lift the coveted trophy.
They mustn't be like me who didn't lift it. I think this is the start for them. I know they understand the assignment this weekend, and I'm happy to see Kaizer Chiefs coming back to the MTN8. It brings so much excitement to the game through their fans who always go out and support. And the players, they have to know what they're playing for, because they have so much support that is going to be on the stadium.
Fantastic overlay there by all the previous champions for the past 8 seasons. We have Orlando Pirates doing the unthinkable, winning the trophy 4 times in a row. You also have the likes of SuperSport United, Mamelodi Sundowns, and Cape Town City. And you can tell it's all about the excitement that comes with lifting this particular trophy. And for some of these players, the likes of Nkosinathi Sibisi, that moment, that feeling, now it's almost like he wants it all the time.
Yeah, you know, Pirates, ngachivenda the owner, the MTN8, and I believe they know what to do to be able to get their hands on the trophy again. And I don't think they have pressure. Those other teams that didn't win it for the past 4 years, they do have pressure to be able to stop Pirates. Yes. It's all about continuity when you talk about Pirates. But I believe the other teams, they are ready enough to be able to stop Orlando Pirates.
Do you know what time it is? It's Wafa Wafa time, Ramachi.
Wafa Wafa time.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
8 teams all vying to be the MTN8 champions. Ramachi, always a pleasure talking to you. All the best. I know you said you are backing Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. All the best with that.
Measure. I'm backing Orlando Pirates and Sundowns.
Yeah.
All the best, Sundowns and Pirates.
Their rivalry exists. Of course, we do have Letohodolo Majoro as well with us in studio. And of course, chances are he is backing different teams. So he's saying, I am backing the teams. Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah. All the best to all the other teams as well. V is on the other side just to give us the fixtures with regards to this weekend in the MTN8.
Well, thank you, Lerato. What an interesting conversation. No bias in inverted commas there by Rama. But of course, so we get it underway on Saturday. It is Indle Mnyama that take on the Citizens of Durban, as well as Bafana Bafana that will take on Rise and Shine. And as soon as we get into Sunday's action, it is Usuthu Olmapeshankone that takes on Babina Noku. And of course, Amakhosa Mahle up against Abafana Bestende. So quite a lot of beautiful MTN8 Wafa action to look forward to. And with that, Lerato, we have come officially to the end of our beautiful MTN8 launch. Very exciting. The stage is set. The contenders are ready. It's now time to let football do the talking, because there can only be one.
There can only be one, V, and I love the way that you set it up, because now the yellow carpet has been laid. Now it's all up to the players. Now everybody knows what it is that they can wait for with regards to Saturday and Sunday. But also, it is all up to you, the fan. Go out there to the stadium, have a good time. This is the cup competition that is different from anything else. This is, of course, it ushers us in with regards to what we can expect for the season, with regards to the top 8 teams from last season. On that note, V, Wafa Wafa, there can only be one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. Thank you to our esteemed guest in the studio, Sanbonani Papaini. Siyabonga to our studio guests joining us, to the PSL representatives, our sponsors, MTN, to the coaches, the players, and of course, the representatives of the various clubs that joined us here tonight, and most importantly, you at home for watching. It is MTN8 Wafa Wafa. There can only
be one. On that note, bye-bye.
God bless. Good night.